So you're on the prowl, you're hunting, you're looking, searching every corner of YouTube for the perfect video. The perfect video that'll finally show you the morning routine that will get you to the top 1% of men. You know that a morning routine is key to success, and you know that you'll definitely find one in YouTube videos, and so you hunt and hunt and hunt, and you try one, but you don't really like it, and so you adjust it, and then you try one again, and again, and again, and again. So you've probably been searching for morning routine videos. You might have seen those 4 a.m. motivational, with this you'll win your morning type of videos, and you've probably watched those, the best self-improvement morning routine out there that if you try you'll definitely become successful, because I'm not lying to you, and this is the best morning routine out there. So today I just want to really simplify it for you and show you the best self-improvement morning routine out there. So you were probably kind of like me, right? I was kind of just like searching and watching self-improvement videos here and there, and I would stumble across these really cool morning routine videos, and I'd always get like really excited and feel really productive while listening to them, and always imagine how I'd carve out my perfect morning routine. But like I'd always watch something and then never actually take action upon it, and never actually shift my schedule or my mindset because of the video. But this video won't be like this for you, and I promise that when you start to implement this morning routine into your everyday life, you will become successful. By tomorrow, you'll have $1 million in the bank because of this morning routine. Alright, but in all seriousness, this morning routine is a 4-part morning routine. So the first part of the best self-improvement morning routine out there is to find the best wake-up time. So it's kind of like this joke, you know, like the 5 a.m. morning routine and 4 a.m., 1 a.m. wake up time, and then I grind until midnight and then I get 1 hour of sleep. It's kind of a meme to like wake up really early and do work, but I think that finding the right wake up time is actually something that's like not super easy. So not everybody should wake up at 6:30, not everybody should wake up at 5. Your circadian rhythm is different, and it's probably not the same as the guy who says that waking up at 3:30 absolutely changed his life, and that's what it'll take for you to become successful. So sure, like for you, waking up at 3 a.m. might be it, but I doubt it. So what I want you to do to actually find this best wake up time is to, first of all, if you find that your wake up time isn't at 3 a.m. and it's not super early, don't feel bad about it. Like, not waking up early isn't a bad thing. Like, as long as you put in work and you actually follow a good sleep schedule, the person who sacrifices their sleep won't get ahead of the person who doesn't. So if you find that your best wake up time is at 7 and you're like, oh, but no, I can't wake up at 7 because that's too late, and what'll people think of me if I tell them that I'm an entrepreneur but I wake up at 7? You know, like some of the most successful people in the world, like Iman Gadzi and Tate, like they don't wake up at 6:30 and get on the grind immediately. They found that like their best wake up time was 8 or 9, and then they would work until 11 and maybe midnight, because they accommodated their everyday schedule to actually match their wake up time. So the key to finding your wake up time is to actually shut off like all the lights, devices, especially blue light, as early as possible, and find when it is that you actually start to fall asleep. So yesterday I actually had a power shutout so there was no power in the house because of a storm, and I actually found that I was getting like sleepy and tired much earlier than usual, and at like 7 I was kind of getting sleepy, and I was like, damn, so when there's no power, when there's no distractions, I just get tired faster. And it seemed like a weird thing, but really it was just my body telling me that this is my natural time to go to bed. When you're constantly getting distracted and when you constantly have light in your eyes, your body doesn't actually know what the best time is for you to fall asleep. But when you shut off all of those things, so maybe try this like on the weekend. Try to, if you live alone, if you don't, like maybe just stay in your room with the lights off and see when it is that you fall asleep. But basically, maybe not even do this like shut the lights off thing, but try a bunch of different waking up times. So maybe for a week you wake up at 7, and then maybe for another week you wake up at 6, and try to find the best time that you feel more energized and you feel really ready to go when you wake up. And a little hint, like to do this even better, get morning sunlight in, because that boosts your circadian rhythm, and your circadian rhythm is basically like your internal body clock, so very important for determining when it is that you want to go to bed and you want to wake up. Alright, so now that we have your wake up time, it's time for you to do the second part of your morning routine. So you wake up and then you challenge yourself. So I find that starting the day with a challenge is probably the best thing that I do, because I know that I've conquered something in the morning, and so there's no reason for me to not be able to conquer the rest of the day. So there's this quote by Alex Hormozy that I absolutely love, and he basically says that like when you conquer a dragon, or when you jump over a hurdle, when you jump over a wall, it's basically just proof that you can jump over the next wall. So if you can find proof of your strength by putting yourself through discomfort, by challenging yourself absolute first thing in the morning, then you'll really build this confidence, because like I said, you slay a dragon in the morning, and there's no reason that you can't slay the next dragons that pop up throughout the day. So this like challenge habit, discomfort habit, whatever you want to call it, I find that the single greatest form of doing this is to actually take a cold shower. Like, I don't know how many times I've talked about cold showers here, but I cannot, just take a cold just take a cold shower, bro. Like, it's just like I literally could not tell you when I last woke up and didn't take a cold shower. I'm not even kidding. It must have been like 200-300 days ago, maybe even a year ago, where I haven't taken a cold showers, and now I can't even tell you what it feels like to not take a cold shower in the morning, because I've taken them so often, and I'm probably working at 50% above what I would be had I not taken a cold showers. And so cold showers are really a great way to start off your morning, because there's all the dopamine benefits. You might have heard of those, but really you just feel incredibly energized and like revitalized. So if you get a bad night of sleep but you take a cold shower, it'll kind of like counteract the effect but like you still get good sleep. But basically I find that the best discomfort habit out there by so far is to take a cold shower. So in the beginning it'll be hard. You'll wake up, you'll feel drowsy, you won't want to get under the cold shower, and so I recommend that, unless you're a fucking badass David Goggins and you go straight into the cold shower, but I recommend that maybe you put it at like half of the temperature and then you slowly go down. That's what I did for about a month, and now I'm basically just getting right in, and like I've actually increased the time I go in. So I think I used to be at like 90 seconds for about like a couple of months, and now I just changed it to like 2 minutes, and just that 30 seconds more probably gives me a 1% improvement, but that 1% improvement over like my whole life will make a huge effect. And if it's not a cold shower for you, I really recommend you do a cold shower. But if it's not for you, then it'll probably be some type of like working out. So maybe you wake up and straight away you go outside and you bang out 5 push-ups, or straight away you go hit a hard cardio session. The important thing is that you challenge yourself. So you've woken up, you feel energized, you've taken a cold shower, you've challenged yourself, you feel even more energized, and now it's time for you to go outside. So I hinted at this when I said that 15 minutes of sunlight in the morning, but Dr. Huberman, like the really famous scientist guy, well, he says that like a key component as to why people feel so shitty in this modern day, why people's mental health is so bad, is that their circadian rhythm is actually messed up. And like a key to getting a good circadian rhythm is to get morning sunlight in. So wake up, you bolt for the cold shower, and then as soon as possible you get outside and you get sunlight into your eyes. So you might be complaining right now, you might be like, oh, but I live somewhere, it's really cloudy and there's no sunlight. But sunlight doesn't mean that it has to be like your body has to be bright as you you ascend into the realm of sunlight, because you don't have to get, it doesn't have, you kind of know what I'm talking about, right? You don't have to get direct sunlight. Not everything has to be super bright for that to count as sunlight. So just morning sunlight exposure counts as getting outside when you can see outside. So when it's dark, don't go outside and do your morning sunlight routine, even if you've woken up. Like if you've woken up and it's not morning, the sun hasn't risen, but you want to get that same benefit, you basically just turn on turn on all the lights as soon as possible, and then you go outside when the sun has risen, because this basically like stimulates kind of the same feeling as if the sun had risen. So it's like you're getting a bunch of bright lights into your eyes, and so your body's like, okay, it must be sunrise, so I'll get ready for the day because it's the beginning of the day. So get morning sunlight in. And something I found that's like made this habit even more powerful is to actually work out in the morning. So you can even bang out the two things straight away. If you can work out and be outside at the same time, that's like double benefit, right? So maybe you want to read outside, maybe you want to go for a walk, maybe you want to journal outside. But if you can find like another habit to mix in with your morning sunlight habit, that'd be great. But do as you want. And now the fourth and final part. You've woken up, you've taken a cold shower, dopamine is high, you've gotten sunlight in your eyes, your circadian rhythm is working perfectly. Now it's time to do deep work. It is time to eat the frog. So when you do deep work at this time of day, after you've done a bunch of good things for you in the morning, is when your deep work is going to give you the highest ROI. It's literally when I do my deep work blocks, I couldn't do this because it was raining outside in the morning, but when I do my deep work blocks after I've woken up at my good waking up time, after I've taken a cold shower, and after I've gone outside, is when I have my best deep work block. And if, like for me, for example, I do all of the 3 parts, and then it's time for me to do my deep work block, and because I record videos for YouTube, but basically it's time for me to do my deep work block. And for me, it's either recording videos or thinking about video ideas or scripting videos. Basically, you can kind of know what my job is to bring stuff to you. Subscribe, by the way. But basically, find your deep work block task and then do that for like 90 minutes undisrupted, super ultra mega focus, and you'll find that you just bang out work like a boss. And extra tip, don't eat breakfast before doing your deep work block, intermittent fasting. Check it out somewhere. Alright, I hope this helped you, and I cannot wait to see the progress that you make. Cheers, bro.